I remember the exact moment I realized my balance wasn't what it used to be. I was walking through my kitchen. No obstacles, no distractions, just an ordinary day. Suddenly, I stumbled. I caught myself, thank goodness. But something inside me shifted. A quiet voice asked, "What if I hadn't caught myself? What if I had fallen?" That moment hit me. Because losing your balance isn't just about tripping or being clumsy. It's about something deeper. Confidence, independence, and most of all, safety. If you're a woman over 60 or over 70 like me, here's something you should know. Doctors say nearly every older woman will face balance problems eventually. I was stunned. 99 out of 100 women. Thankfully, most of these issues aren't simply from getting older. They're caused by everyday habits we can change. In this video, I'll share 8 common mistakes that quietly undercut your balance, your confidence, and maybe even your independence without you noticing. Many of them happen every single day. You may be doing some of them right now. Stick with me until the end. Mistake number 6 is the one that sent me crashing to the floor, and it taught me a lesson I'll never forget. You are not alone. You are not powerless. With a few changes starting today, we can feel stronger, steadier, and more secure. Let's do this together. Mistake number 1, wearing the wrong shoes. When people think about balance, they imagine stretches or medications. But one of the biggest reasons older women lose stability starts right at their feet, with the wrong shoes. I'll be honest, I loved those ballet flats. Cute, simple, easy to slip on. I felt comfortable. Until I didn't. One afternoon, walking on my sidewalk, the flat caught on a raised piece of pavement. I nearly went face first into a rosebush. That wasn't just a close call. It was a wake-up call. As we age, the structure and padding of our feet change. Arches flatten, fat pads thin, and leg and ankle muscles slow. That means shoes that worked fine a decade ago might now be dangerous. A good shoe isn't just for looks. It serves as your foundation. A weak foundation makes everything above it unstable. So what should a shoe look like now? Firm, non-slip sole, no smooth, worn-down bottoms. Support and structure. A shoe that holds your arch and ankle. Cushioning, like memory foam or a heel cup, especially if you walk on hard floors. Proper fit, neither too tight nor too loose. You might assume supportive shoes are clunky, but modern brands offer stylish options, like the soft gray flats with floral accents I wear, which look great and feel amazing. Even slippers can be risky. I used to wear those slick-soled ones around the house. Cozy, but dangerous. One day I merely slipped with a laundry basket in my arms. Now I wear indoor shoes with firm soles at home. No heavy boots, just stable and grippy footwear. The difference? I walk taller, feel more confident, and haven't stumbled over that rug corner all month. Shoes might seem like a small detail, but over 60, they're not small. They represent safety, confidence, and sometimes they're what separates a normal day from an ER visit. Mistake number 2, skipping strength training. This one surprised me. Maybe it will surprise you too. For years, I thought strength training was for younger folks. Heavy weights, loud gyms, tight outfits. Not me. I walked, cleaned, gardened, figured that was enough. Turns out, it wasn't. After age 50, we lose muscle consistently every year. Not just a bit, we lose a lot. And gradually, so you barely notice it. Until one day, you can't stand up from a low chair without pushing yourself up with both arms. That's not just aging, it's muscle loss, called sarcopenia. But here's the good news, it's reversible. I started small. No gym, no fancy gear. Just a pair of light dumbbells next to my couch. I began doing arm curls, wall push-ups, seated leg lifts, sometimes just body weight. The goal wasn't to look like a fitness model. It was to reclaim strength. Within weeks, rising from the couch felt easier. Shopping bags were lighter. Hills were less daunting. More importantly, my body started reacting. You know that moment when you trip and you brace yourself? If your legs and core are weak, your body collapses. But with strength, your body fights back, stabilizes, it keeps you upright. And strength isn't just physical, it's emotional. When you feel strong, you act strong. You stop avoiding curbs, stairs, uneven paths. You reclaim freedom. Just 10 to 15 minutes, 3 times a week. You can do it at home, while watching TV, in pajamas. No pressure, just steady progress. Each small gain makes a difference because strength protects you from both falls and fear. Mistake number 3, ignoring vision changes. Your sight affects balance more than you might think. I didn't connect the dots until it was too late. One night, I crept to the bathroom without turning on the light, not wanting to wake my husband. I missed the edge of a small rug and came down hard on my knee. It took over a week to recover. That crash taught me our eyes are critical in helping our brains map our position in space, judging distance, seeing contrast, navigating stairs, shadows, uneven surfaces, and vision changes with age, not drastically, but enough to affect depth perception and stability. You might not notice you're stepping an inch too far until you're on the floor. Many older women wear glasses with outdated prescriptions. I did. 4 years without an update because I thought they were good enough. But after that fall, I finally saw the eye doctor, and my prescription had shifted. I also upgraded to anti-glare and contrast-enhancing lenses. Those tweaks made a huge difference. And it's not just glasses. Lighting counts too. A dim hallway or bathroom can be disorienting. So I installed plug-in nightlights in my bedroom, hallway, and bathroom. Cheap, easy, but life-changing for moving around at night. So here's what you can do. Clean your lenses regularly. Schedule an eye exam. Add brighter, warmer lighting in key areas. Because balance starts with what you see. Make sure you're seeing clearly. Mistake number 4, ignoring the side effects of medications. This one hits closer to home than I'd like to admit. A few years back, I was prescribed a new medication to manage my blood pressure. I'd been feeling a bit lightheaded now and then, so my doctor thought it would help. I took it as directed, expecting improvement. But instead, I felt more off-kilter. When I stood up from the couch, the room would tilt a little. At first, it was barely noticeable, just enough to make me pause and steady myself. I chalked it up to being tired, or maybe not drinking enough water. But deep down, I sensed something was off. Then, one evening, I stood up too quickly, lost my balance, and bumped into the coffee table. I didn't fall, thankfully, but it gave me a scare. That night, I finally looked closely at the prescription label. Right there, in bold letters, may cause dizziness or loss of balance. I wish I had noticed it sooner. As we age, our bodies process medications differently. A dose that worked fine in your 50s might be too strong in your 70s. Plus, many of us are on multiple medications, and the way they interact can easily slip under the radar, even for our doctors. You have to be your own health advocate. Your doctor sees lots of patients, but only you live in your body. If something doesn't feel right, even a little bit, write it down. Dizziness, tiredness, lightheadedness. Don't shrug it off. Bring a detailed list to your doctor or pharmacist. Include everything you take, even over-the-counter meds, supplements, or vitamins. When I finally spoke up, my doctor reviewed my meds and adjusted the blood pressure prescription. Just like that, the dizziness stopped. I felt steadier, and my confidence came back. Here's my advice. Pay attention to how you feel. Trust your gut. Read the labels. Ask questions. Don't assume it's just part of aging. Sometimes it's your medication, and a simple change can make all the difference. Mistake number 5, grabbing furniture instead of using a cane. I'll admit it, I resisted using a cane for way too long. I thought I was doing fine on my own. Sure, I'd steady myself with a chair or lean on the counter now and then. But that didn't mean I needed help, right? Wrong. Turns out I was doing something called furniture walking, using whatever's nearby to stay steady. It seems harmless, but it's actually a red flag. I told myself I was staying independent. The truth? I was scared. Scared that using a cane would make me look old or weak, that people would see me differently. Then came the wake-up call. I was carrying a laundry basket with both hands when I stepped onto the hardwood floor. I shifted slightly, lost my balance, and nearly went into the side table. That shook me. Later that week, I picked out a cane that actually made me smile. Lightweight, floral design, comfy grip. I felt no shame using it. In fact, I felt relief. Instead of relying on unstable furniture, I now had something built to support me. And you know what? I walked taller, more confidently, no more trying to catch myself mid-step. People didn't pity me. They complimented the cane. Using a cane isn't giving up. It's a smart choice, a safe choice, a confident one. If you've been grabbing furniture more often, even just in case, that's your body asking for help. Listen to it. Mistake number 6, skipping balance exercises. I had no idea balance exercises were even a thing until I wandered into a wellness class at the community center. I expected some light stretching, maybe seated yoga. What I didn't expect was standing on one foot or walking heel to toe. And I definitely didn't expect to feel that unsteady. That first class was an eye-opener. I realized I'd done almost nothing to keep my balance strong. I figured it would just stick around on its own, like breathing or blinking. But that's not how it works. With age, balance starts to fade. Not because we're doing something wrong, but because we stop actively working on it. Our ankles stiffen, core muscles weaken, our brains stop making those quick adjustments we used to take for granted. But here's the good news. You can improve your balance, even in your 70s or 80s. Your body still knows how to learn. I started with tiny changes. Standing on one foot while brushing my teeth. Walking heel to toe down the hallway. Shifting weight side to side while holding a chair back. No fancy gear. No long workouts. Just a little effort and intention. Soon, I felt steadier. I stopped bracing myself when standing up. I wasn't so cautious stepping off curbs. And one morning, I found myself dancing in the kitchen. Balance is more than physical. It's emotional. It's about trusting yourself again. There are plenty of free resources out there. YouTube, local classes, balance guides. Even some insurance programs offer them. Don't wait until you fall to start thinking about your balance. Make it a habit, like brushing your teeth. Just 5 to 10 minutes, a few times a week, can change everything. Mistake number 7, not drinking enough water. This one surprised me the most because I had no idea dehydration could mess with your balance. Yes, really, even slight dehydration can cause dizziness, confusion, fatigue, and that lightheaded feeling when you stand up, all of which can lead to a fall. Here's the tricky part. As we get older, our sense of thirst weakens. You might not feel thirsty, even when you're running low on fluids. I thought I was drinking enough. I had tea in the morning, coffee in the afternoon, a little water at dinner. But both tea and coffee, especially with caffeine, can actually dehydrate you. When I did the math, I was barely drinking 4 cups of water a day. Not nearly enough, especially for someone in their 70s. Then came the signs: headaches, afternoon slumps, and that one dizzy moment when I stood too quickly and had to grab the wall. I'd blamed aging, but when my doctor asked about my water intake, I didn't have a good answer. So I started keeping a tally, a little notepad by the fridge. Each glass I drank, I marked it down. I aimed for 6 to 8 cups of plain water daily. not counting coffee or soda. And wow, what a difference! More energy, better sleep, less joint pain, and most of all, better balance. Here's my tip. Keep water visible on your nightstand, beside your favorite chair, even in your purse. If plain water bores you, add lemon, cucumber, or mint. Herbal teas and broth-based soups can help too. Just watch for salt and sugar. Staying hydrated might sound basic, but for us, it's a game changer. It helps every part of your body, including the part that keeps you steady on your feet. Mistake number 8, living in a fall-prone home. This one is easy to overlook until something happens. We get so used to our homes that we stop noticing little hazards. That old throw rug by the bed, a lamp cord stretched across the floor, the high step from the garage. We think, I've lived here for years, I know this place. But our bodies change, and what used to be safe may not be anymore. My wake-up call came during laundry duty, arms full. I tripped on a rug I'd walked over for decades. I didn't fall, but I twisted my ankle. No walks for 2 weeks, all because of a rug I should have removed ages ago. After that, I walked through the house with fresh eyes. What I found shocked me. In the bathroom, no grab bars, just slick tile and a slippery mat. In the hallway, one dim light bulb. In the kitchen, my go-to pans were on a low shelf. Bending to get them wasn't easy. So I made small, smart upgrades. Replaced rugs with non-slip mats. Installed grab bars in the shower and next to the toilet. Upgraded to brighter, warmer lights. Added a motion sensor nightlight. Moved frequently used items to waist height. None of it cost much, but it gave me something priceless. Peace of mind. These changes aren't about being fragile. They're about being prepared. You're not coddling yourself. You're making your home work for you. Here's a quick checklist for anyone over 60. Get rid of rugs that slide or curl. Secure cords out of walkways. Install bathroom grab bars. Add nightlights to hallways and bathrooms. Keep daily use items at waist height. Consider a shower chair. Make sure stairs have handrails on both sides. Most falls happen at home. But the good news? Most can be prevented with smart, simple steps. So take a walk through your space with safety in mind. Ask, if I were visiting for the first time, what might trip me up? Then fix it, one little thing at a time. There you go, 8 small but mighty mistakes that can slowly chip away at your balance, your confidence, and even your independence. Some of them seem tiny, like forgetting to drink water or skipping a balance routine. Others, like ignoring vision changes or brushing off medication side effects, can feel easy to postpone. But added together, these little things matter. The truth is, aging doesn't have to mean losing your footing. You have so much more control than you think, and you're not doing this alone. You are still strong enough to grow, worthy of stability, deserving of safety and peace of mind. If you've avoided the driveway because it's uneven, if you've skipped outings because you weren't steady, if you've quietly thought, what if I fall and no one's there? This is your sign. You're not weak for being cautious. You're wise for planning ahead. You're brave for facing these changes and not ignoring them. Caring for your balance doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're standing tall, mentally and physically. It's about reclaiming confidence and moving forward without fear. So let me ask, which of these 8 surprised you the most? Or this, what's one change you'll make starting today? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And your story could be the reason someone else gets stronger too. If you found this video helpful, give it a like. And if you want more practical, heartfelt guidance for aging well, don't forget to subscribe to Wise Elders Insight. Take care of yourself. You've come a long way, and your future self is counting on you to keep going strong, steady, and full of life. And remember, always keep your vision clear.